Hello and welcome back to TeamSport Leeds. We have Need for Speed today, so we've got four 15-minute races, random grid, reverse of that, another random grid, and another reverse of that. So good racing should have a chance to start in a few different places. Lights go out, starting 9th, and we are immediately going to go down to 10th as Danny Hale gets through on the inside at turn 1. Faster driver, so we may as well follow him through. I slot in behind him through the chicane to try to not lose too much time, not lose too many spaces. He looks to the outside of Harry. There's gap on the inside, there's space. I go for it, but that means that I'm on the outside for the next corner, and I lose a place to Tom there. So pretty common thing to happen. I don't think there's a huge amount to do. I mean, we're going to see that happen quite a few times today. Alfie Hale goes through, big hit on the apex there, guy with the yellow helmet tries to get through. He is on the outside, but look at the speed he has compared to me. He is just gone. In a straight line, he is straight past. So, down to P13 after one lap. 4 places. Not a great start. Not a great start at all, but let's see what we can do. Have a bit more fun. So, coming through here, again, I find the gap on the outside. A little bit in the wall, but that means that somebody else, that's going to be Hassan, he gets up the outside, inside now. So down to P14 of 16. Really getting absolutely done on that inside line. Starting lap 3 then. We're behind Hassan. We can see his car is a little bit slow in a straight line, so we're going to try and use that to our advantage. Bit of contact, bit of fighting up front, that's going to give us a chance to have a bit of a run. He goes to the outside of Jack. I follow Jack through, find the inside, but again, I'm on the outside for this corner. Thankfully, nobody on the inside this time, so we can just slot in behind Hassan and see if we can use him to try and get through a few more people. So, skipping forwards to lap 5 here, I'm on the outside, try to go around the outside person on the inside there, not enough of an overlap, so take the normal line through the chicane, bit of a hit from the side there, he's on the outside. I know that I'm going to have to defend quite hard into here to try and stop him from getting up the inside of that corner. We've done that, very nice, so we can continue in 14th out of 16, a little bit of a gap in front of Hassan to Jack now. Hopefully we can pick him off if he's not going to have the slipstream to help him on the straights. You can see him catching, he's on the inside. I go for a big cutback here. Get alongside him, nice. Through the chicane, he gives me space, I give him space, good racing. He's defended it, I go for a tighter line, that puts me on the outside here. Go for the cutback, find the gap, go for the cutback again here, might have it, and then contact pretty late in the corner. It was a bit of a weird line. Sometimes it would work. I think that might have worked had I not had that contact, but you know, that's racing, it happens. We are still P14 at the end of lap 6. So, skipping forwards to the end of lap 8, start of lap 9, Hassan goes defensive. I look for the cutback again, but just don't get the same exit as I did before, so not happening today. Through the chicane, we're going to follow him right on his bumper. He's blocking? He's defending the inside. No way through, so we're just going to have to sit in behind him, but there's been a big crash, 4 people involved. Hassan goes around those 3. Tom Stemp, not very happy. Not quite sure what happened, to be honest, but after the crash, Hassan's going to let everyone through. I hope that he's not going to notice and I can get through as well, but he is much too smart to let that happen. So we slot in behind him as we start lap 10. Skipping forwards to lap 12 now. Tom having a look at Jack. That leaves the inside open. Hassan goes for a move up the inside through those two corners. I try to go middle of the track, see if I can follow whoever goes through. Hassan goes through, but I've not had a chance to get past. So we are still P14, but now we've got Tom in front of us rather than Hassan. Through the chicane, nice and close to Tom there. Tom goes to the outside of Hassan, tries to cut back, doesn't quite work. Bit of a fight in front, so that slowed a few people down. So now there might be a chance to get a few extra places because the fighting has really slowed them down. It's got a few people out of position, and 2 by 2 by 2 by 2, 6 people. A Noah's Ark of go-karts through that corner, and I thought I might have had Hassan on the exit there, but a little bit of contact just sort of killed the momentum a bit, so big hits there. Max goes through. I'm not too happy with that. Managed to get the speed, go side by side through the chicane. I'm on the outside here, so we know that that can work. I decide to be pretty aggressive, try and hold it around the outside to give me the inside for this corner. We make it through. We've made up a place. Nice. It was a pretty aggressive move, pretty interesting, but I really enjoyed it. Really good fun. And skipping forwards to lap 16 now, Hassan goes for a move on the guy in black. That gets him out of position. The 16 car, he gets up the inside. I get up the inside as well, so that's a really bad corner for him. Look, he's not there, so we can take the line through here. And there's a nice place made up. P13 now, so I'm still 4 places down on where I started, but you know, it's a bit of battling, which is what you really want, isn't it? Skipping forwards to lap 19, that guy is going to go to the outside of Hassan. There's a chance for a cutback, so I try, I guess, alongside, but I know that I'm not going to really be entitled to any space through the chicane, so I try to drop back, tuck in. Hassan goes defensive, he follows Hassan, I go to the outside, he comes over, bit of contact, I'm in the wall a little bit. Wasn't really expecting him to swing all the way back over, maybe that one's on me. But anyway, we both live to fight another day. Jumping forwards though to lap 22, this is the final lap. He goes for a move on Hassan, doesn't really pay off. He gets alongside, not really enough though, but he's slowed himself down quite a lot, so we are slotting in behind him. Again, he's going aggressive. He's trying to get past Hassan. He's going middle of the road, which is not really good for defence or overtaking. Hassan on the inside. I follow Hassan through. I finally learned, after losing all those places in that corner by getting done on the inside, I have learned from the mistakes and we've got through. So P12, lost 3 in the race, but had a really fun race, really good battles, and over the line, P12 in race 1. Not too bad. So, race 2. Lights go out. Not a bad start. As I said, this one should have been a reverse of the first race. It was a reverse. However, quite a few people swapped their karts, so we managed to jump up a few places and start 4th. This race was not nearly as exciting for me because the guys in front, they all drove off. Jack behind did a mammoth defensive masterclass and managed to keep everyone behind. So I had a pretty nice gap behind, a gap that I couldn't really make a dent in front. And it was just 22 hot laps basically. End of lap 1. You can see the pulling away on the straights. That's really it for this race. Skipping forwards to lap 17 though, this was my fastest lap in this kart. It was a pretty good kart. 40.6 this lap was, so not really setting the world on fire, but better than my 3rd kart anyway. And you can see through the chicane, pretty alright. As we come over the bridge, that guy in the blue that you may have just seen coming up to turn 1, that was Jack, 1 place behind me. So there was a really big really useful gap as we come under the bridge. That blue on top there, the blue and the red, that's 5th and 6th. So you can see how much of a gap I had. So it was really just a pretty lonely race, but sometimes that's what you want, isn't it? So coming up to the line, 40.6. Great. And then we're going to skip forwards to the end of the race. Lap 21 and flag. Done. Easy. Race 3 now. We do have a different car. You can also see we've got a really far back starting position, so all the way down in 11th. Jack on the inside, looks for a move, not really enough space though, so he falls back just before the chicane. Gonna follow everyone else through. Not really anything too interesting going on, so skipping to the end of lap 1, you can see how much more I'm losing on the straights. This car just wasn't as good. I think the fastest was a 41.1 versus a 40.6. Might even have been a 41.3 in this race, so really just not very good. There's Tom Stamp on the outside. He just overtakes me in a straight line. A little bit of contact from behind there, but again, a bit more contact actually on the inside. Again, I've lost a place on the inside of that corner. Maybe I just need to start going super wide there. Who knows? But anything to try and defend the position. A bit more bumping all around. Through the last corner and up to the line. We're going to start lap 3. Guy on the inside. He goes straight through. That's Danny Hale. That's his brother. So I've got both of the Hales in front. Not really much I could do to defend, I don't think, with how slow this kart was compared to the others, but he was always going to be through anyway. So, lap 6, Danny Hale goes for a big move on the guy in black. Nowhere for me to go on the apex. I get a big hit from behind, and I've lost 2 places. Lovely. Had the inside for that corner, and still managed to lose places. Really good going, really consistent in losing spots at that specific corner. He got a black flag for it, so we've got his place. He didn't get the lap back, so we can continue in 15th now, second to last. And then that guy points us through, up to 14th. Lovely. Skipping forwards to lap 12. We've let Danny through because we know he is very fast. We also know he's a lap down, so nothing really to lose. Jack, bit wide through the first corner. That's going to allow Danny the chance to get side by side. Danny gets the position, Jack hits his back corner, spins Danny round. As the yellows come out, I try to a bit cheekily fight for the extra place on the apex there. So we managed to get it. Jumping forwards to the end of the race though, nothing really else happened, so we're going to cross the line for P12 at the end of race 3. So we've had a 12th, a 4th and a 12th. Not a great day so far. So, last race of the night, race 4, starting in P6. Not a terrible start. We're not going to lose a place off the line like we did last time, which is always nice. And we are following Jack again through the chicane. Everything nice and smooth. So we're going to skip forwards to the start of lap 2. Side by side through the chicane. That's going to give us a chance to catch up a little bit. Jack on the outside, we've got Tom in front, somebody else on the outside of me there, so again I look for the space and end up on the outside and lose a position on the inside. My signature move for the night, losing a position at that corner. Hassan is through, so we're down to P7 now. We're going to follow everyone through the final 2 corners, try to see if we can do anything, see how good everyone else's karts are. You can see him starting to lose a little bit on the straights, starting to lose a bit more when we get in a straight line, so you can tell this kart doesn't have a huge amount in the straight, which is always going to be a bit tricky. Through the chicane, catch up a little bit, but then again we get to a bit of a straight and losing a bit more time. Hassan sets up Jack, goes for a move, somebody else has lost a place. I've gone for the inside and I've just about got it. There's kind of an overlap. Jack doesn't shut the door, thankfully. So we go side by side under the bridge. There's a bit of contact there. I'm nearly in the wall. Not managed to get the place, but we have lived to fight another day at least. So we're going to skip forward to lap 7. You can see there somebody else just getting past me in a straight line. A little bit of contact maybe on the first corner, so he goes through. Got Henry on the outside, give him space through the chicane, keep the place. He comes back though. So again, I know I need to defend really hard at this corner, so I go in a bit hot, a bit wide, a bit of contact as well from behind, so that kind of helps. We keep the place though, so we can continue on in P9 at least. Skipping forwards though, lap 9, Lewis just straight line, straight past. His car, this car was maybe not good. Lewis is also a very fast driver though. The guy in yellow though, he's made a mistake. We get past him and Lewis. Lewis though, he's got the inside. He's going to go deep like I did. A bit more contact from behind there. We've lost 1 place compared to the 2, so we're actually at 1, thankfully. But how much longer can we keep this place? Starting the straight, flat out, look around, see who's there. Oh, he's there now. He wasn't there before, he's there now. A little bit of contact, maybe just racing contact as we go through the first corner. On his bumper he goes wide. I go for an inside there. A little bit of contact from behind. Nothing really to write home about though. Someone behind going for a massive send that I don't think the camera picked up, but thankfully he didn't get us. Jumping forwards now, the guy in the yellow goes up the inside of that guy. We look for the space. We managed to go for a cutback, get the cutback this time, and we've actually made the cutback work. Finally, in this car as well, we've made a cutback at that corner work. So, great news. We are 9th instead of 10th. Skipping forwards, we're up to 8th because someone dropped out mid-race. Bit of contact from behind, really big contact. Henry pulls alongside, give him space again. Bit more contact, bit more contact, bit more contact. Henry and Max go through. So, really disappointing to have fought all that time, held them off, and then get punted from behind, certainly at the first corner, and lose the position. And skipping forwards, nothing really I could have done to bridge that gap. You can see they're just sort of going in a straight line a lot faster, so always going to make it hard. It was a good race though anyway, had a lot of fun, had a lot of battles, so hopefully you've enjoyed watching it. Thank you for watching, and hopefully see you out on track soon.